opinion, I think we've seen probably 65% of this offense because there's the run game, the run element that he wants to get in there that will work. Just have to everybody has to be clicking, but there's also that big play ability in the pass game as far as just working, getting the matchups that you want to just work in those matchups. A lot of teams are really trying to take that away, and they've just given us everything that's been underneath and some of these dig routes. So that's the interesting part.
We want to move to our national predictions.
National predictions. Yeah, let's take a look at last week's first. Uh, Mr. Mason led the way again at 4-2. He's got a 1-game lead on me and a 2-game lead on K. Chris. Me and K. Chris had 3 losses. The Georgia loss, I mean, it should have been an outright loss, quite honestly, the way Tennessee played throughout the game, but they gagged it away as per the usual. So um, I'm still wondering why, K. Chris, why did you pick Clemson? Why?
Man, their backs were against the wall a bit, and I tried to give Dabo the benefit of the doubt. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and uh, I don't know what to think about Notre Dame at this point. It's and I don't know what to think about Texas A&M at this point either. They look really good in their receiving core and stuff. And Marcel Reed, I mean, Mr. Mason, you were telling us how trash they were coming into the season, and now all of a sudden, they're in the top 10. So, wild, wild.
It pained me to pick them. I just didn't trust Notre Dame.
Right? No, I get it. I mean, I understand.
Not when I got 6.5. Not when I got 6.5 points.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll move into this week's My Bookie Pick 5. Make sure to sign up for up to $1,000 in welcome bonus cash. That's 50% of your initial deposit. So make sure you jump in there, check it out, hofmedia.us/mybookie1000. Let's take a look at this week's picks for us. Obviously, we've got Man, I didn't, and I was building this as we were starting off, so I didn't even put I'll tell you the point spreads as we go along. But Oklahoma obviously giving 6.5 still on my bookie. We think obviously with our scores, we all believe that they're going to easily cover that one. Florida at Miami. Okay, Chris, tell me why. Tell me why, man. Because they looked awful last week.
DJ Lagway turns it around in a big way. Doesn't have to travel on the road that far. He's going down to Coral Gables, so I think he will be fine. I think that um, um, they figure it out. I think they make this a tough game. Even though you threw 5 picks last week, you still only lost by 10, which is still something to say. The defense is playing really well. Um, to me, I think it's just a bad marriage right now with the fact that one, DJ Lagway is coming back off that shoulder injury, which again may have been more serious than what we first thought. Second off, it's the fact that Billy Napier is still calling the plays. I think that's kind of a big issue for me right now. I think that he's got to understand that what he did at Louisiana is not the same as what he's doing right now. These are kind of higher stakes, and I think he's got to open it up more. But at the same time, those two got to trust each other, right? But I think I think that they have the defense, they have the weapons on both sides to challenge this Miami team. I'll give it to them this week.
Do you think they'll cover?
Are
I
you
think
thinking they're going to win?
I think they'll cover. I think they're going to win.
All right. Okay.
Well, okay. Cool. There we go. All right. The next one would be Illinois at Indiana. Indiana giving 4.5 at home to Illinois. Oh, really? Is that right? Is that right? I hadn't looked at it there on the road.
I'm pretty sure I have that
Okay.
right.
So Indiana's giving 4.5 to the visitors, but they're not ranked as high. So I mean, I don't think there's any reason why you guys didn't pick Illinois. They look much better than Indiana does. Indiana still has yet to beat a team with an above 500 record this season or last. So
You don't
or they did
walk.
one. I'm sorry, they did get one against Michigan. I'm sorry. Go
Actually,
ahead.
the line. So it is. I'm double checking here. You had me freaked out that I messed this up. It is Illinois at Indiana, and the line right now is actually. So it was
It's
four
what
and a
now?
half. It's up to 6.5 now.
They're saying Indiana's going to win by a touchdown,
That
basically.
is. Well, it says IU. I presume that doesn't mean Illinois.
No, it'd be ILL. IU is Indiana for sure.
Exactly right. So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know, Jason. You don't walk into Bloomington and just come out with a win.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, yeah. You guys, you believing in old Coach Sig, huh? Hey,
I'm believing in the Mendoza. Is it Mendoza? Do I have that right? I'm believing their quarterback. Their quarterback is playing great,
okay.
and they've
Yeah.
got a lot of guys returning from. They have a lot of guys returning
That
from
bad
last.
team that looked better than they were. Okay, cool.
I mean, it's
Oh, cool
they
story.
got they got Mendoza back, and I'm not sure. I probably I just don't. I'm not sure I buy Altmaier. I'm not sure I'm buying the Brett Bielema experience. So
Dude, Brett Bielema, I mean, they're gonna do what they do. They look the same wherever he's at. They're gonna run you over and play good defense. I think that I think they slowed that team down. When we
maybe
saw
this
them
is a
play
little.
somebody with a good defense like Notre Dame last year, the last year's Notre Dame, they got in trouble quick, and they're gonna run the hell out of the ball. So I don't think you have to be great through the air if you're Illinois to win it. So go ahead.
Maybe this is a little wish fulfillment. We need these middle tier Big Ten teams
Yeah.
to start beating up on each other. And I think this is a good spot for Illinois to get a loss, then turn around and beat Tebow next week in Champaign. We don't need these middle of the road Illinois Big Ten teams to be 10-2, 11-1. We need them all to be 9-3.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah. Whatever. Sounds good to me. The Michigan at Nebraska. K. Chris, you believe in old Big Red, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, I want to pick Michigan. I think Michigan is the better team, but Nebraska at home, we'll see. That rule, we'll see.
Yeah. What is the that was Michigan's giving a point and a half on the road there. Look, I know what I saw from Cincinnati going in and playing, and it was a neutral field game, but I mean it was a Nebraska home game pretty much. For Cincinnati to be able to go in there and do everything they did against Nebraska in that first week, I don't trust them. I think that they're weak sauce anyway with the way rules trying to screw around with the schedule. I think it's a lot of smoke and mirrors there. I got the Wolverines.
I think Bryce has a big game.
I do too. I do too. I think that you saw them open him up the next week, and it was Central Michigan, so it's not that big a deal. But I think that you got to get a kid like that some immediate confidence if after the week that they had against Oklahoma. So I think that he looked really good, and I think that you know Dylan Raiola, this is still just his second year. I don't know that he's a whole lot better than what he is. So I don't have a problem with I like the Michigan pick. And then the last one. Texas Taco Tech, everybody's favorite billionaire story on the road at Utah. You guys got the Utes holding serve at -3.5. I've got Taco Tech, and the only thing I'm going to say is this: they've been blowing everybody up in the first few games. That's all well and good. Um, in most instances, I would pick Utah, but I think that I don't believe in Devin Dampier that much. I think he's a big guy and runs it well. I don't think he's going to be able to throw very well. Um, I I think that if it turns into a shootout type of game, then that they've got Baron Morton is better suited for that kind of game. Is why I got Texas Tech. If they lose this week, I will not pick them again. Period. End of
Not
story.
so fast, my friend. Stop the malarkey. Cut the malarkey. Cut the
Come on, come
bologna.
on,
Cut
come
the
on.
tuna sandwich. Cut whatever you want to. This, that. Jason, now that's just about as dumb as me picking Florida at Miami, but here we are. Utah. I mean, Utah is at Utah. Dampier looks like
Utah
he's
was awful last year, bro. I don't
doing
trust
his thing. I don't see it. I know that Texas Tech has went out there and bought themselves a D line, but hey, you can buy yourself a couple more inches and still not getting the job done. That's all I got to say.
I think the wild card here and why I chose Utah is obviously Texas Tech went out and bought themselves a D line, right? And that seems to be
Yeah.
their biggest upside. Well, Utah has two NFL tackles, two future NFL guys at tackle. They always have a big interior offensive line. They always have good offensive lines. The new offensive coordinator and the new scheme fits exactly that big O line they have, and they've got the guys to neutralize the Texas Tech defensive line additions. So that's why I went with Utah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, all I'm going to say about that, I'm not really very. I don't feel really solid in the pick because I don't believe in Texas Tech. Just so everybody understands, I am not a believer in the Red Raiders. But that being said, I'm not a believer in Utah right now either. They think that they're supposed to be, uh, you know, in the Big Ten at this point. I don't think they'll ever be in the Big Ten, but that's just me. Shout out to Zach McKinnell in the chat there. Don't let Jason lie to y'all. He texted me and said he's putting his paycheck on Jackson. Yeah, okay, Zach. Good stuff, bud. Good stuff. No, Zach's our guy. Hey, man, this is the Blue Bloods podcast. You guys should go check him out. They do amazing work over there. But he is an Auburn fan, and he to believe in Jackson Arnold, Zach, is wild stuff to me. Wild stuff to me. But in the end, I do want to go back to this one that Kyle was talking about. Let's see. He said nobody's picking Tulane to beat Ole Miss. I don't know why we didn't end up having it on there. We could have probably had one extra one. I think that is, it's
It's a
we can
good
kind
game.
of
It's a
yeah,
good game, Kyle. It's a good game, Kyle. I didn't go with that because the Florida Miami game, has a lot of
there's some
that.
implications there, right?
There's some
Yeah.
implications for OU there, depending upon what Florida does, because Florida gets Texas before we do, and
And
obviously
Jeremiah
the
Turpin, Tulane's coach now is better than Willie Fritz. John Summerall. He's on. He may be on his way out, but
yeah. I
because
mean, I
he's
think
going to be in the SEC, he's a hell of a coach.
yeah. I mean, if OSU loses to Tulsa, Summerall might be on his way to Stillwater very soon.
Yeah, I think that's who they should be trying to get. I don't think that's who they're trying
No,
to
no,
get.
no. That's not who they're going to get because he'll be out of their price range probably,
I
and
think he will too.
he'll have better options. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I think he goes to Arkansas or Kentucky where he went to school and he's coached there already and
yeah,
does
that would
well.
make some sense. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think I like Tulane in the points. Um, I don't know what to do with that Old Miss Arkansas game um, last week, right?
Yeah, I think
That
you have to look at it
the
at what it
backup,
is that Taylon Green is a bad dude,
right?
and Ole Miss doesn't
Is Old
have
Miss's
a
D
good
that
defense.
bad? Is Old Miss's D that bad? Is Arkansas's
Yes,
D that bad?
they lost like 8 guys to the league last year, and most of them were off of that defense that they
Yeah.
had
So, but
bought.
if so it was basically, and I know Arkansas fumbled a pass, and they were on a drive to maybe score or go ahead. So I don't know what to do with that game in terms of what does that mean about Old Miss overall.
Yeah.
So, but I would definitely take Tulane in the points.
I'll take Tulane in the points for sure. That's where I'm at too. I don't
Yeah,
know that they end up winning it necessarily, and I think that Ole Miss has kind of come back to come back
to the pack a little bit.
to the pack a little bit, but they've found a way to win. I mean, that game against Kentucky looked terrible, but I think Kentucky kind of has their number, is what that is more than anything.
Yeah,
But
well,
they won
I
it.
think Stoops knows how to. I think there are certain defensive coordinators and coaches that have the lane scheme figured out. Right, like I know what this
Right.
is. I know how
Yeah,
to
so
defend.
I'm
This.
going to take the points, but I don't necessarily think they win. But I do think that I think Tulane could
The,
win it, and I
I
definitely think I like Summerall a lot. I think he's doing a great job there. Um, you know,
Yeah, the last game I'll be keeping a big eye on is Missouri, South Carolina.
yeah, I guess there's
The Sellers play. I mean, that's a big
if Sellers
game.
plays, but
That's
yeah,
a big game for us in terms of those two teams. Keeping an eye on where those two teams are.
sure,
I mean,
sure,
because if Missouri blows out South Carolina like Vandy did,
Yes.
South Carolina could just pack it up, and Sellers could
I
say,
think South Carolina is trash. I've been
"You
saying that.
have been saying you've been consistent."
Yeah, I don't believe in Beamer whatsoever.
Yeah,
And
so I
and I
think if
and I
that's a
don't think that I don't think even with this guy, even if Sellers plays, they're going on the road and playing in Como. No. I think that as much as I can't stand Mizzou, and we know this, um, I think that what they've gotten out of Ahmad Hardy and Prabula too,
yeah,
they look really good, and their defenses look pretty good. I think that South Carolina gets trashed in that game.
right. So that's a game to watch. I think just because we play both of those teams, right, and we catch South Carolina, after our big game with Texas and after their big game with LSU, I think.
Yeah,
So I'm interested to see how South Carolina responds to just basically we lost our quarterback, we shit the bed at home, we got our ass kicked. What do we have left in the tank? And what does Sellers have left in the tank like with this season? Because he's got people, his agents telling him, look, you're not going to play 12 games getting your ass beat out there.
yeah.
We're gonna shut it down, and you'll just go to the draft. And if you stumble a couple of spots, that's fine. Someone will pick you.
No, I
Especially
get
with
it.
especially with Lagway. Everything else. With everything else, the quarterback draft looks like a mess right now. Right? Klubnik is
Yeah.
playing like crap. Nuss is hurt and playing like crap. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I still feel like LSU is going to find theirself
Well,
winning.
I think he'll get healthier, and I think they'll find their way. But
No.
but it's not
That
like they
defense
haven't.
is a lot better than we expected it to be, for sure. Right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we'll have a next week as a sort of preview. We'll still with no game, but we're going to take advantage of the bye week. We're going to do kind of a quarter of the year review. We're going to go back over our playoff picks, and everyone gets some mulligans. Redo your playoff picks.
Yeah. We'll do that.
To do that, and we'll do that for you guys. Do a kind of a, quarter of the, third of the schedule,
Quarter
review.
poll. The quarter poll.
Quarter,
But
quarter
let's go to
poll.
these last two. There's a couple of games we could talk about a little bit, at least.
Yeah,
Memphis.
there'll be some. There'll be some
Arkansas
games
is
we
on
can
the
do.
road at Memphis too, and this is kind of weird to me that they're playing this as a road game. But I mean, listen, This is a tough game for them. Memphis has been really good. I think on the road it could be a tough one, and Arkansas is kind of in trouble if they don't win this game. Wouldn't you think?
Jason,
Yeah,
come on, man. Come on,
but
man.
but Taylor Green is on a
He's
Taylor
on
Green
a,
is on a heater, man. I
he's
like
on a
Taylor Green
heater.
a lot.
So
they get that done probably by 2 touchdowns. Come on, man.
Okay,
all
all
right,
right. Now one more. Here you go. Does Okie Light beat Tulsa?
they
And
have to.
gave the
They
job
have to.
for
They
Mike.
have to.
I don't know.
Well, they just got a
I
new.
don't know.
They
I
just got
don't
a they got a new quarterback this
They're the
week, right?
same ones that can't pay their own bills.
They got a new quarterback this week somehow, right? Some
I
guy
mean,
from North Alabama all of a sudden is transferred there or something.
so weird, dude. Right? Yeah.
It's like is that the pity portal that they're accessing? That you only get to access if if people take pity on you. I mean, is that like what that one was? I don't know, man. If this is the last game they actually they have a better than 20% chance of winning on their schedule, according to all the metrics,
They're
machine.
screwed if they don't. And look, I mean, I think if for some wild thing that Tulsa finds a way, you got to fire Gundy. Then you have to fire him, right? Are they gonna win at least? Chris? Is Okie Light gonna win?
People that are negative and voicing their opinion are the same ones that can't pay their own bills.
They have to. They have to win. I mean, I don't think they can. Can they fire Gundy midseason? I mean, this early?
I'm going to
mean,
tell you what I
it's not
said
like
in my
he's
column.
Deshaun.
I'm going
He's
to tell
not
you what I said in
Deshaun.
my column. Let me say this: what I said in my column. You need to fire him yesterday
Well,
because here's the thing:
okay,
if
all
you
right.
don't find a way, who the hell are you going to get to become replace him if you don't have some time to work on your NIL thing and come up with something that somebody's going to want, or give them time to say, okay, yeah, I'll come, but this is what we got to have, and then they put that into place before they announce it. I don't think that it's going to help them for the rest of the year. Whoever you can make either of those coordinators the head coach. It's not going to fucking matter. That's not what I'm saying. I think you need time to go out there and say, hey, we want to bring you in. What do you need for us to bring you in? And even if that's Zach Robinson, whatever it may be, I think that you better go do that, because the longer you wait and the worse it gets, I think that it becomes less attractive to candidates and it becomes less attractive to players as well.
Well, I mean, Gundy has like way more equity than Deshaun Foster and the Vatek guy who got pounded by Old Dominion. But yeah, I mean, at some point that you
How
do,
much equity can you have at 0-9 in the conference last year without Big Brother in it?
I'm just telling you. I mean, he has more winning seasons than those guys. So I mean, just that's the reality. But I'm with you. I mean, at some point you have to recognize the fact that there are two other schools who are already ahead of you making plans. And I know Zach Robinson is who they're banking on to be their savior, but
he said that. I mean, apparently there was a plan in place to have him be either head coach in waiting or head coach. But did I get a pick out of you there, K. Chris? Or are you just standing there going, I don't know?
I said they win, man. I said that they win.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's enough Okie Light discussion. We'll call it a night.
Come on, man. We had to bust some balls a little bit. Come on. This
wouldn't
be right. I'm Sooner Intel to not talk a little smack about the ugliest.
So can I talk some Texas smack real quick?
Please.
So apparently, this is the rumor flying around, so it's probably completely false. They had a knockdown brawl at practice today because the defense was mocking the offense throughout practice. And they
call your team trash. Cause that's what they are, trash.
So apparently they had a knockdown drag out brawl.
That's awesome.
At practice because the offense got mad because the defense was making too much fun of them during practice.
Wow. Where did this come from? From a source or for did you see it out there?
You say knockdown brawl. You mean fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Offense and defense went completely at it.
Love it.
In practice. That's what I heard.
That could be a good thing though for the Texas offense.
It could be completely false too, but I mean, it's too juicy not for me to at least get it out on our pod.
Yeah, well,
The brand has finally returned. F*** your brand.
All right, guys.
All right.
Anything else? Appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure that you hit the like button on all 3 streams. We'll see you on the next one.